Hey, good morning, Mep here, Mep Investments. So I want to talk to you today about put credit spreads. In my last video, I talked about selling a put in maybe a stock that you want to own to lower your cost basis. But let's say we just want to be a trader, maybe not own the stock, and put trades on like I do as an options trader. Let's take, for example, nvidia. So nvidia was the one, two, three, four, five, fifth most active option on the board on Friday. We're talking about $301 stock here. So let's pull up the TD Ameritrade mobile app. Hopefully it works. Okay, it's working. Okay. So let's go to nvidia, right? So to purchase, let's take a look at the IV rank. IV rank here is 58. So it is good. Okay. So let's say you wanted to buy 100 shares, right? 100 shares of NVIDIA, you're looking at about $30,000. The average Joe can't really do that. This is a rich man's game. And it totally doesn't make sense to just buy one share. That's $300, one share. So the stock goes up $10, you made $10. If it goes up $20, you made $20 on your $300. I think that's kind of pointless, in my opinion. So what options traders do, and when I talk about traders, I talk about being a seller, because one of the biggest components of options is theta. And when we look over here at the options chain, I don't know, I don't have, let's see if I can add the biggest components. The biggest components are theta and delta, which is there. So these two right here are the biggest components when trading options, right? There is also trying to see if I can find it here. There's two components that I just showed you, theta and delta, which I really focus on. You also have gamma, which is what one of the components that prices options, and vega down here. Vega's right here, down here. These are the four Greeks. I would learn them, but at this moment, I'm not gonna really focus on gamma or vega at this time. I'm just gonna focus on theta. So the reason we want to become sellers of options is because there's a couple advantages you have when you're selling options. You sell high volatility, which a lot of times gets overstated, and that's your edge, right? And the other component is theta, which is right. I just added here, theta. Is time decay. Options are decaying assets. So you got these option chains with contracts weekly, monthly, and these are called option chains, right? Obviously, the further out in time you go, the less rapid the decay is, and the more time, the more the options cost, obviously. That's why the sweet spot is working within the 40 to 45 day range. So for this trade construction on a put credit spread, I'll show you the mechanics, and it's on a 40-day option chain. So for example, let's say you wake up and you're looking at the I use the bar chart. I like the bar chart right here. It helps me look at the most active options. So we're gonna look at nvidia. So nvidia, okay, perfect. Let's go back to nvidia. In my last video, I did a naked option. IV rank is 55 here. My last video on, I think it was Peloton, I sold a naked put, which is an undefined strategy to own the stock. But we're talking about a $300 stock here. So if you wanted to own the stock, it's going to be $30,000. Remember, one option contract represents 100 shares. Remember that. Very important. You want to keep these trades small. Usually one is fine. Okay, so let's say you say, oh wow, I want to get a piece of nvidia. These are all the different strategies that I recommend you learn, and I'll do videos in this series going forward of how to construct all these trades here. There's vertical, strangle, straddles, and I'll show you how to do a defined strangle and straddle, which a defined strangle is an iron condor, and a defined straddle is an iron fly, which I did on my video on DraftKings. Broken wing butterflies, here it says butterfly, but what we do is break the wing and it becomes a higher probability trade. And then I'll get into other trades when options are not expensive, like calendar sprints and diagonals. So for this lesson, we're going to do put credit spread. So you're going to go vertical, and we're going to sell a vertical put, right? Now, you may think, oh, put is for it to go down, but we're doing the opposite, right? We're selling them. So this is a bullish strategy, and the illustration will show you. So we're going to look at the 40-day mark on nvidia, and now we're going to try and look for a probability of profit of about 70 or better, meaning the casino, we're the casino. We want to determine our probability of success on this trade right there, POP. That's what POP stands for, probability of profit, right? So let's move our strikes down some and see that profit move, that probability of profit. Obviously, we're going to collect less credit and make less money, but our probability of profit is going to be much higher to succeed. So let's take a look here. We're moving these strikes down, and we're going to try and look for 70. Okay, here we go. So we can sell the 272.5 put and buy the 267.5 put right here. Oh, sorry. What did I do here? Okay, let me squeeze this in so you can see it better. There we go. You see? Right there. This is a 70% probability of success. It's 40 days to expiration, 70 probability of success. And here is our risk. This is a $5 wide. So we're basically doing $500 here. 500, right? Our max profit is $122, right? And our max loss is $378. And those two numbers together make 500. It's a spread. It's a $5 wide spread with a 70 probability of profit. You say, wow, Marcos, I'm risking 378 to make 122. Yes, you are the casino. You're at a 70% probability of a profit here. Okay? NVIDIA's trading at 302. It's got to get down to 370 at 272.5 minus the credit you collected. Let's just say $1. It'd be 271.5 before that's your break even. So the goal here is there's two ways to manage this trade. You can either try and let it expire worthless and you keep your $122, or what you can do is buy it back for 50% profit. Remember, you sold this spread. So to close it, you would have to buy it back. So what I do a lot of times when I do these trades, right? So let's say I would come over here to my TD Ameritrade app, and let's say I were to do that trade. So in this case, we were talking about the 272.5, right? So you're gonna click here, the ask, add another leg, and we're gonna buy the 262.5. Let's see again. I can't remember which ones were strikes again. Where did it go? Oh my God, I went away completely. All right, oh, no, we're here. All right, let's go back. We'll go to 70%. $267.5. Buy. Okay, there's the trade done. So here's the trade, right? So what I do a lot of times is, let's say I collect. So I would look at this. Okay, maybe put it up to 125, right? And I would set this order. Boom, review. Get credit 125. Max loss 375. Boom, send it in, right? Once I send it in, boom, it's done, right? And let's say it gets filled. So once it gets filled, what I do is I set my order to buy it back, right? So I collected 125. So let's say I put it to buy it back for $60, which is half, a little bit less than half. 120 would be half. So we're collecting 125, so let's say we collected 120, half would be 60. 60 on a $500 investment is over 10%, because 10% will be $50, right? So I will put my order to buy it back at 60 cents, and we're going to change here to good to canceled, review, boom, and buy it back. And I can go be playing basketball, working, watching, doing whatever, eating lunch, and this order will be working. I know how much I can lose, I know how much I can make, and my trade is set, boom, there in the computer. I mean, you can actually see it that I have right now 55 orders working, just like that. It's a process. You have to have your mechanical process. You have to be systematic and stay small, trade a lot, and look for those probabilities of success. I hope you liked the video on a put credit spread on nvidia. I hope you learned something from it. Share it, like it, subscribe, and I'll keep doing more videos on these trade mechanics on these individual stocks. Thank you and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.